Hey guys, happy Sunday. We're gonna do a little Sunday vlog today. I just got ready, obviously, and this is my outfit of the day. I'm actually heading over to my mom's and I'm gonna bring Moose, so we're gonna have a little play date over there and just hang out. We're gonna just catch up a little bit. I haven't seen her since I've been sick and it's just been like a couple weeks. So I'm gonna hang out over there for a little bit. And then I'm probably gonna go like run some errands, like grocery store. I wanna get some fresh flowers for the kitchen. But this is the outfit. So this adorable top, I am literally obsessed with this top. This is from H&M. And then these jeans are Levi's. These are, I cannot remember the style, but I'll have them linked, of course. This belt, I'm like 99% sure is from Amazon. And then shoes are these adorable loafers from Anthropologie, and then my socks are from Free People. This bag is also from Amazon, and I just like have all these little bag charms. This bag charm's from H&M, and this one's actually from Etsy. It's so cute. I don't know if you can see. But anyways, gonna head over there, bring Moose, chill over there. I need to do my nails, so I brought like some stuff that I'm gonna get done while I'm over there, just like chatting. But yeah, let's get our day started. And then I also like might bop around to a couple of other stores. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, we'll see what we get into today. Okay, currently in my bedroom. Got me snuggled up right here. I was actually gonna sit here, but I figured he looks way too comfy and cozy for me to move, so I'm sitting on the ground. But I did want to go through, I'm trying to build out my fall TBR, which basically this will be my reads through the end of this month, which is literally a couple of days, and October, and then like November. So I feel like this will be like October, November, because I've got a lot of books, and honestly I feel like they could potentially go into December. But I do have a set of like books in mind that I really want to start at the beginning of December. So I really want to finish all of these. I just don't know if that's gonna even be possible, but I do want to try and really scratch the surface in getting a lot of these finished. So this is what we are working with right now. Okay, so starting off with these two, the Primal of Blood and Bone. These are the exact same book, but one of them is just a special edition, and then this is the one from Barnes & Noble that you would have seen from my last vlog if you watched that. So I really want to finish the From Blood and Ash series. This is the final book and the newest release in that series. And so I do have another book that I need to finish before I start this. So that's already like so much reading. So I really don't even know like what I'm thinking with this whole list. But this is just some books I would want to read. So starting off with that, I really want to read Diary Bound. So people were saying that this is very similar to like, if you miss the world of Fourth Wing, that you should read Diary Bound, and this is basically like the Fourth Wing but like with wolves, and I've heard amazing things, so I'm really excited for this. It's very fall to me, like gives me very like October read, so maybe this will have to be like a very specific October read. Really want to read One Dark Window, and then also the sequel, Two Twisted Crowns. Heard amazing things. Already read The Night and the Moth, and that was actually one of my favorite books I've ever read, and it was probably my favorite read of 2025. So I can't believe that I read that one first before these, but it was time. So these also give me like very like October vibes, so these will have to be October reads, and I feel like I'm gonna fly through these. I literally flew through The Night and the Moth, so I'm really looking forward to reading these two books. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I picked this up while I was on our layover coming back from Croatia, and I got it in Amsterdam, and I just realized that I bought a signed edition, which is so cool. I've heard V. Schwab's writing is so amazing, so really looking forward to this being on my fall TBR. And I actually follow this girl, her name's Laura, and her handle is Paperback Honey, and she shares a lot of like dark dark academia, fantasy, dark fantasy books, and she like raved about this book. So really looking forward to this. This book was in my last vlog as well. A lot of these were because I took a trip to Barnes and Noble, but Alchemized, I actually got a couple of DMs asking if I was going to be reading this, and yes, I'm definitely going to be taking a crack at this. I never read Monocled, and I heard that this is like kind of like a take on it. It's by the same author, but that was like a fanfic, so she kind of like reworked it from what I have read, and completely different like magic system, like characters and everything. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This is a thick one. I mean, like literally all these books are so thick. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have a life. I'm gonna try and finish all these. Heartless Hunter, I have had this. I was actually supposed to read this last fall, and then I ended up getting into the From Blood and Ash series, and I just like couldn't put that down, so I moved that to this year. And I was actually going to bring this on my trip to Croatia, but I ended up bringing Metal Slinger instead, and I saw that this was a little bit more of like kind of like a fall winter vibe, so I'm really excited to read this one. I mean, such good things, and there's actually a couple of other books in the series that are out now, so I'm looking forward to like having other books that I can like read after if I'm obsessed and I want to keep reading the series. Like I said, I feel like I'm a little bit over my head with my entire fall TBR, but you know, it's fun building out a TBR. I don't have to finish everything this fall. Outlander, I'm not gonna read this fall, but maybe next year I will. Like maybe not in the fall, but like maybe beginning of next year, we'll see. And then the last two, so Heavenly Bodies, I really cannot wait to read this. This has been blowing up on TikTok, Heavenly Bodies. I've heard that it's a really good romantasy, a really good read. Seen people flying through it, so I feel like this will be like a little bit of a lighter read for me, if you could even say that. And last but not least, Catabasis, which I think is how you pronounce it. This has also been blowing up on TikTok. I do love this edition. I thought this was so pretty. I got this at Target, and I thought this was really interesting, and it's basically kind of reminds me of like Dante's Inferno, which I read in high school. It's basically they have to like journey through the layers of hell to save, I think it's their professor. But yeah, I've heard really good things, but I've also heard mixed reviews, so I kind of like want to figure out for myself if I'm gonna like it or not. But yeah, this just seems really interesting, and I'm honestly not sure. I'm like a little nervous for this. I'm a little nervous for this one. I've heard that her writing is not hard to read, but almost like a little bit like textbook like. It's worth a shot, so this is going to officially be on my fall TBR, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna make it to this book yet. I've officially built out the fall TBR. I do have a Fable account, so that's where I track like where I'm reading, or what I'm reading, and like where I'm at in my reading, like my percentage and pages and stuff like that, so you can go follow me on Fable. I'll put my username right here, and then I'll also have the Fable link in my description box, so that way you can just like click on it and follow me on there. I've considered doing a book club, so if that's something that you would be interested in doing, you can do book clubs on Fable, and so that way we can all chat on there and read like chapter by chapter and like talk about each chapter and pick out books together for the month. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in doing. I'm actually interested in doing that, but I just didn't know if there would be other people that would want to join and read the same books as me. I feel like I love a lot of different genres, but I do love fantasy, so I feel like that's like my most loved. And then obviously like I do love a romance. I do love a good romance. I do love a good thriller every now and again, but I really love fantasy. So if that's up your alley and that's something that you think that you would enjoy, let me know down in the comments. I would love to start something like that. Maybe we could start something at the beginning of the year. ended up getting a couple of things at the store. So I ended up getting some fresh flowers. They were very slim pickings there. I would have gone to Trader Joe's, but it was packed. And it's a Sunday evening, so that was just not happening. So I did get some of these, and I'm gonna cut these down. I have two like smaller vases that I want to put them in from Kefir. I think that's how you say it, Kefir. The strawberry banana organic, good like probiotic. Then I ended up getting some more creamer. I got just two of these key lime pie yogurts. These are like my weakness. They're so good. Also got some apple cider to get in the spirit. For a snack, I ended up getting some peanut butter filled pretzels just to have like something in the afternoon, and then I got some more poppy because I ran out. So it was literally, I was only planning on going in to get flowers, and I was like, you know what, I'll just like grab a couple of things. So I almost got pumpkins. Like they had the really cute mini pumpkins. I almost got some, but I was like, where am I even gonna put those? Because we can't put them in our like back porch area or our front porch, because every time we've gotten real pumpkins or like little gourds or anything, the squirrels and the bunnies, we have so many bunnies that live, like, I'm pretty sure we have a family of bunnies that live under our like porch area, and then chipmunks, bunnies, and then the squirrels, like they will just ravage them. So every time we've gotten real pumpkins, which I have, like, every year we've lived here, I've decorated our front porch, and this year I'm not decorating it because every year, well, one year we had this group of kids that decided to just run around and smash pumpkins, and half of my pumpkins were real and half the pumpkins were fake, and they ended up smashing all of our pumpkins, and then some of them were fake, so like they just like shattered, like plastic shattered everywhere. I was so mad about that. So it was either that or it was the little critters were spreading the seeds, and they would just, like, every time I would walk out on the front porch, I would just see like a new pumpkin that was just like completely like destroyed. So I'm not going to be decorating our front porch or back porch or anything with real pumpkins, or fake pumpkins for that matter. Besides, like, we have a couple like fake pumpkins that I have just like right at the back of this door, but I'm not doing anything else. So I like am so sad, but our next house, like, I know I'll end up like decorating and stuff, but just where we're at is not the best spot to be doing that. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get these into the little vases and wind down. It's Sunday night. I really just want to get into my book. Thinking about watching Love Island games, or like Love Island All-Stars or whatever, or yeah, Love Island games. And yeah, I just like am not really feeling it. I just really want to read my books. So I want to just take off my makeup. I want to sit on the couch and just get a good chunk of it going, because I'm finally at the part where I'm finally at a part in the book where it's like, okay, this is really picking up, and I am like actually getting like banter from the characters, and like you can tell that this girl just met her love interest. She met the love interest like the first few pages of the book, but then they like don't interact at all, and like you don't see them, they're not together ever, and they just like finally are together again, and I'm like, okay, here we go, like this is happening. So now I think I'm like 35 or like 39% in, and I'm like, okay, why did it take this long? So yeah, I feel like I'm finally invested, and as you saw on my fall TBR, it is so long, like, and all of the books are so thick. I'm like, why is literally every single book like 1,000 pages? Like, what is happening? So yeah, that's always fun. But I do love, like, I feel like with book talk and stuff like that, it has made books so popular, and like it's really like pushed reading and like made reading fun again, I feel. And I used to never be a huge reader until I started reading ACOTAR, which was because of one, book talk, and two, my sister, which was because of book talk. And now, like, I feel like there's so many people that are just so big into reading now, and I love it so much. And like, I mean, when I tell you, like, I had maybe a few books on my bookshelf. Like, I didn't even own a bookshelf. Like, I literally just had like regular shelves. I just had like a couple of books, just like little summer modern romance books, and now my shelves are overflowing, and I need like a library in my future home. Like, that's like something I want so badly. So it's crazy. It takes a turn. Like, once you like find books that you actually really like, you don't have to read modern romance novels or whatever if that's not what like makes you tick. Like, you can read literally anything. So I feel like that was one thing that I came to realize, was that like fantasy is the genre that I love the most. And once I start reading fantasy, like I'll fly through the books. So yeah, once you find what you like, that definitely helps. Because I feel like I was forcing myself to read books like when I was in college, and even post-college, like post-grad, books that I wasn't like super in love with, but I was like, oh, this is like what's popular right now. No, read what you are actually interested in. But I'm gonna get all this put away, get the flowers in some water, and let's wind down for the night. Okay, I actually think these turned out so pretty, so I just put them in that vase that I got a pack of 2 of off Amazon. I shared them in my last vlog, and they're so pretty. I love these. So I'm just gonna keep this one in the kitchen. I like to keep something just like right here on the front, and I can always put like a little candle or here or something. I think that looks really pretty, and I like having some fresh flowers in the kitchen. This is the other one that I made from that same bouquet. So pretty, a little bit more like fall. So I think I'm gonna keep these in the living room. Way to read your Kindle. First, you need to get one of these little like contraptions that will hold your Kindle and will clip onto the side of either your bed, your couch, your nightstand, anything. And this is great because then you can adjust it to however you want it to face. You can lay down. That's not even the best part. Open up your Kindle, get it ready, and then you're gonna have this little contraption. This is what makes it 10 times better. You're gonna get comfy. This is what I do every day. I either use my little pillow cushion stand, or I use this. And this is also will work for your iPad. So if you have like an iPad or a tablet that you want to watch something on, it works for this too. But this is specifically for a Kindle. So you'll put your page turner on your Kindle. You're gonna turn your Kindle on first. You're gonna put your page turner on your Kindle. And now you have a hands-free little situation. You can just sit back, lay here, and you don't have to worry about touching and turning the page. You can just click and click. It is the best setup, and I swear I read my books so much faster because I'm not like folding the pages, which I do love folding pages while I'm reading, and like I love a physical copy, but sometimes I literally want to be so like hands off and literally don't want to do anything, so except lay there and like be so lazy, but I want to read, so I'll do this. So this just like makes it so nice, and I can get so cozy and comfortable, and I can read it like in the dark because the Kindle, you know, it lights up the pages, and it's just the best. Little extra cozy hack. So this is like definitely the ideal Sunday. I'm just gonna sit here and read my book and be a cozy queen. I feel so cozy. I've got all the candles on. It just feels immaculate.